In today's video, we're exploring in the body the feeling of being in the hustle culture of pushing and doing versus being in flow and receiving and intuition and seeing how those two feel in our bodies. Continuing the theme of hustle culture, I wanted to play with exploring the different feelings in our body of when you're hustling and really pushing versus what I was mentioning yesterday of being in the flow or, connecting intuitively and feeling that in the body. So the difference between this kind of hustle feeling and flow kind of feeling. So I just wanted to explore and play with that in our bodies and see the difference and see how it feels within you. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. And so to get started, you can sit up like on the edge of your seat, or you can follow along, whatever you want to do. And getting on the edge of the seat, that will help stack my spine up a little bit more and help me get my feet planted on the ground and get a little more grounded into the earth and the seat beneath me. And so just to get started, take a breath and then just notice your body. Notice where it is right now. How's the spine feel, the shape of the spine, your sit bones, like sitting on the surface beneath you. Just notice where you are, how it feels right now in your body. And then if we go into this hustle culture kind of feeling or the sensations, imagine that you are crazy busy doing long hours and you're pushing and you're, having to get this work done and you have all these pressures coming on you. You can even think of a situation or a time where you had just all this work you had to get done and you had to meet these deadlines and always had to be pushing more to get the work done. And as you're getting, more and more, they're putting more on you and you're doing more hours and you hit that kind of wall, of like, I am so exhausted and tired, but I gotta push through this. Like, I have to get this done, so I'm gonna keep pushing through this. And just notice that right now in your body, this kind of feeling of I'm pushing, I'm making it happen, and I gotta do this. For myself, I feel a tightness in my gut. Like right away, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. This doesn't feel comfortable, but I got to keep doing this. I got to keep pushing. So I already feel my body constraining, from these levels of, stress that I imagine on myself that I'm putting there, and my shoulders feel tighter, and so I'm automatically going into that place of like, I got to push and my body is feeling that pushing in on it or I'm constraining it, kind of thing. So just notice again how that feels right now, how you feel in your body in this place of like, I got to make it happen, got to push. We'll breathe and let that relax. And we'll kind of, if you need to, shake it off and breathe into it again. And then visualize that you have these creative ideas that come to you and you're in a flow. You are enjoying what you do. You actually get to create and have fun creating these things. And ideas are coming in and it's just flowing. And you're easy with the movement. Yeah, you have these goals of I need to get these things done by a certain date or I want to, but these things are just flowing in and being creative, and I'm really enjoying and having joy and flowing with what is coming to me. And now feel that in your body. Like, what is it that you feel? I still feel a sense of little anxiousness, which I don't know if that was left over from before, but I do feel more open or more at ease. And maybe the anxiousness too is like, well, is it really going to get done? Like, it's fun to just be in this flow, but I got to get it done, So there's still something in me that's kind of like, oh, but there's deadlines. You got to make those deadlines. and I have to get it done. And what if we fully shifted those have to get it dones into it's happening as it should? And it is coming together in the way that it needs to happen, in a flow and with ease. And like I'm doing this kind of stuff with my hands of like flowing and moving in this way. And I am feeling more at ease, but there's still a little bit in there. It's like, yeah, but there's deadlines. So notice what is going on in yourself. Like what comes up, or are you noticing as well of like, yeah, sure, this is all fine and great, but there's deadlines, or but I need money. So how are these things gonna happen? Notice those things if they are coming up and just seeing how it feels. And can we find then a balance possibly of like, I'm doing and pushing, and bringing in this creative side and the flow and letting it happen. And can you get a balance between them so that you are actually making the deadlines or are actually getting things done, but not having to do it in such a way that is like, I gotta force it and make it happen. Can you give yourself that space or spaciousness to have the flow and the creativity to allow it to happen? So it's interesting ways to explore, and as I was talking through these things, like to find what your body has to share or the knowledge, and maybe again there is a way to bring the two together and see what comes up, again, what comes up for you. So thank you for joining me today. And again, over on my Patreon page, the link is in the box below, but over on my Patreon page, I have this week as well more explorations of connecting into yourself and exploring. And like yesterday's video, I talked about masculine and feminine energies. We're going into that as well. So do check that out. And thank you again. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And I help individuals like you get connected in yourself so that you can find what you love, who you are, and raise your vibration as well. So thank you again. If you are enjoying these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.